Just taking a look at what's going on in the insides. Do you want to talk food or plasters?
Well, you go food, and I'll have a look at the plasters.
Oh, OK. I don't know kind of how much you would think plain food is worth, but because people are desperate, I think, to dine out again. There is a Japanese airline, Japan's biggest airline, is offering people the chance to buy airplane meals if you've missed airplane meals, because obviously you're not flying. Guess how much you could get a meal from a first class seat meal. Guess how much?
So we're talking about high quality. We're talking about a high quality
yes.
airplane food.
Yes.
Is this a 3-course meal? I'm assuming it is.
It probably is. Yeah.
So
it probably
I'm saying.
Well, I'll give you a hint.
Okay.
British Airways started offering first-class cabin meals from £80 for home delivery.
Okay. I was going to suggest £21. I'm clearly way off.
Would you? Why 21?
I feel like, well, that's what I mean. If I were running the operation, as a consumer, that's where I think my marker would be. But by the sounds of what you're saying, I'm way out. It's clearly a lot more than that.
Singapore Airlines, right, was the first to do this. Offered meals last October in Singapore at Shanghai Airport, and £360 there, right? Japan, this airline.
Say that again.
360. All Nippon Airways, right? First class meal. If you want one, £390.
Okay.
Some people have a lot of money to spend.
Or they really, really love airline food. Variety, I suppose. Yes, so you mentioned a story, I'd seen this one as well, as about bandages. Because we're all, you know, some things remain constant, don't they? And bandage, you know, kids get scuffs or whatever, you put a bandage on. And when you pull the bandage off, you could do a lot of damage if the wound underneath is not healed properly. Because you can pull off... We're not going to go into detail, it's morning television. We all know what we're talking about here. So, technology, it seems, maybe has the answer, which is the smart bandage. And the idea is that in order that you can tell how well the wound underneath is healing, it comes with an app inserted in it. So it's got little sensors inside the plaster, sewn in, so you can check temperature and what's happening.
What do you see?
What do you mean?
Well, like, what is it? How do you know? It may have
because the information is relayed to your clinician or whoever's helping you out or whatever, so they can see how bad the heel is.
So you then have to call your doctors to say, "How's my?" Well,
I'm assuming that this plaster, in its when it's initially being rolled out, is linked to more serious, you know, more serious conditions where you have a condition involved, rather, because frankly, if you've just got a plaster on your thumb or whatever, I mean, I think the idea of having some kind of app involved in that is a bit unnecessary.
When I read that story, it just took me back to... I used to fall over every day when I was at school, and it took me back to those times where, and there are people of a certain generation who remember this. You have those really thick, do you remember those really thick fabric-y plasters? They'd be on your knee, and you'd have to sit in the bath, and your mum would rip them off, and it was like a form of torture.
I think actually those thicker ones came off more easily. It was the really thin. There was one that was almost like sort of plastic, and there's something about those that was particularly adhesive, and you just leave them until hopefully they eventually fall off, which clearly isn't good medical advice.
No medical advice.
So don't take that.